Turn with me to Matthew chapter 8. Matthew chapter 8. We shall begin reading at verse 23. We have been doing a series on the Sermon on the Mount during our midweek Bible study. And I started a series on my sermons in chapter 8 and 9. In chapter 8 and 9, there are 9 miracles that Jesus performed, and we dealt with 3 of them already. And so today we will deal with the second set of 3, starting at verse 23 of chapter 8. And when he had entered into a ship, his disciples followed him. And behold, there arose a great tempest in the sea, insomuch that the ship was covered with the waves, but he was asleep. And as the disciples came to him and awoke him, saying, Lord, save us, we perish. And he said unto them, Why are ye fearful, O ye of little faith? Then he arose and rebuked the wind and the sea, and there was a great calm. But the men marveled, saying, What manner of man is this, that even the winds and the sea obey him? Amen. And when he was come to the other side into the country of Gennesaret, there met him 2 possessed with devils, coming out of the tombs, exceeding fierce, so that no man might pass by that way. And behold, they cried out, saying, What have we to do with thee, Jesus, thy Son of God? Art thou come hither to torment us before the time? And those was a good way off from them, a herd of many swine feeding. So the devils brought him, saying, besought him, saying, If thou cast us out, suffer us to go away into the herd of swine. And he said unto them, Go. And when they were come out, they went into the herd of swine, and behold, the whole herd of swine ran violently down a steep place into the sea, and perished in the waters. And they that kept them fled and went their way into the city, and told everything and what was befalling to the possessed of the devils. And behold, the whole city came out to meet Jesus, and when they saw him, they besought him that he would depart out of their coast. Get out of town. Today I want to talk about, the passage my preacher read earlier that also goes with that, the first 8 verses in chapter 9. I want to talk about storms, seductions, and self-sacrifice. Storms, seductions, and self-sacrifice. Jesus calls us to storms, seductions, and self-sacrifice. Storms. Why would Jesus call us to go through a storm? That's what I'm going to start. I'm going to get right into it. Y'all look like y'all ready today. I see the presence and the peace. Jesus says, let's go over to the other side. Y'all know the passage better than I do. And while they were on their way to the other side, suddenly there came a storm, a tempest. Why would Jesus lead them into a storm? Why would Jesus allow a storm to come to his disciples while they're obeying his every bidding? Do I have a witness here? Some people think that life, Christian life, is supposed to be without turmoil, without problems, and without trouble. But this passage, like many others, tells us that not only will you encounter trouble, sometimes Jesus will purposely lead you into a storm. Y'all better hear me today. And the problem with a lot of folk is that they have had a life too easy. A lot of folk have sheltered lives. Been sheltered all their lives and don't really know what a storm is. I've seen women leave their daddy's house to go into their husband's house. I've seen men raised like in a sheltered atmosphere. Some of y'all don't know what it is to have to run through gangs to get to school. Some of y'all don't know what it is to not have enough food to put on the table. Some of y'all don't know what it is not to have enough clothes to put on your back. You don't know what it is to have children make fun of you because your clothes don't look like their clothes. Some folk don't know what it is. I mean, we call ourselves black, but it's sad a lot of African Americans don't really know what blackness is. They black on the outside, but there's something else on the inside. You have no clue when you talk about storms. You can't tell them about racism because racism, they're so void of it, they don't recognize it when they see it. They applaud racism, they accept racism like that's the way it ought to be. Some folk don't know about storms. I came by to tell you, walking with Jesus can put you in the midst of a storm. You can have a financial storm. You can have a storm in society. You can have a ranking storm. You can have a storm on your job. You can have no job and have a storm. You can have all kinds of storms. I'm trying to tell you, if you haven't had your storm yet, it's on the way. But why would Jesus make them go through a storm? I think the key is found in his first response when they woke him up. He says, why are you so fearful? Why are you so scourged? Why are you so unwrapped? I wish I had one. He said, and then he said, oh ye of little, come on here somebody. That's the key right there. I contend that the Lord takes us through our storms to test and try our faith. God takes us through our storms to get us ready for the real storm. Do I have a witness here? I thank God I played football in high school because football taught me something about conditioning. You know, a lot of folks, you know, and as I look at people now, I remember when I was running track after I graduated, and the coach was calling himself running the team. I looked over there. I said, Coach, you ought to be ashamed of yourself. He said, what you talking about, Haynes? I said, man, if we'd done that mess, y'all been beating us all day long. I let it easy, done that run a few yards. He called it the workout. So you go to church and they working. I said, Haynes, we can't do like we used to do. But let me tell you about conditioning. What conditioning does, it helps you in the fourth quarter. Y'all heard me talk about that. Yeah, Vince Lombardi said, fatigue make cowards of us all. I'd be the first to recognize and admit that he didn't have the most talented team. But what I found out, when people get tired, fast people get slow. And strong people get weak. I wish I had somebody. We had teams that were running over us on the first and second half, the first and second quarter, but when it came to the fourth quarter, the tongues started hanging out. When it came to the fourth quarter, we could run and they couldn't run. I'm just trying to tell you, Jesus wants you to be in condition when the storm comes. He wants you to be ready for your fourth quarter. When the fourth quarter comes, he wants you to be able to stand up and take notice. And a lot of folk can't stand up because you don't really have a strong faith. Oh, you got some faith, but it's mighty weak. You got faith that's got to have cushioned pews. You got faith that's got to have sunshine before you can come. You got faith that's got to have ideal circumstances. You better not insult me when I come to church. I'm not coming back no more. Don't frown at me. I don't like what they did or who did what. You need any excuse not got to be who God wants us to be. But I see Jesus here telling us, you got to get ready for the storm. Oh, heaven. You see, that's the way the devil likes to deal with us. You see, because really what you have on that boat is not just Jesus. You got the king and his kingdom. Yeah, you got the King of Kings and Lord of Lords, and these men are his subjects, and here they are fishermen, they're experts. They have not been some novice as it relates to the Sea of Galilee. They've been on that sea many times. They know a storm can come up at any time. But look at here, the devil likes to mess with you. The devil will take you in your environment that you're familiar with things you know about, and he can mess with your mind. They're in the Sea of Galilee and they got Jesus on board. He's down there asleep, but the storm came up. And next thing you know, they get all upset and they want to start throwing stuff overboard. And they get all nervous because the storm is raging. Let me tell you something. If you can't stand in the midst of the storm, ain't no sense you talking about how strong you are. Anybody can claim him in the sunshine. Anybody can be bold when nothing is going on. It's not until you get in the storm that you get your real test. You got to be able to stand when the winds are blowing. You got to be able to stand when the rain is coming. You got to be able to stand when the foundation starts to shake and move. You got to know who's on your side. Yeah. The devil will mess with you. But look here, the devil's manipulating circumstances will not bother the real people of faith. Oh, I'm not suggesting everybody got strong faith. I'm not suggesting we all started that way. All of us started sometime. You got to start in kindergarten and work your way up. But at some time you ought to be ready to graduate. You ought not be in church for 20 years and still talking about your ABCs. And at some point you ought to have some history. At some point you ought to have a record. At some point you ought to be able to testify that I know the Lord for myself. I heard Mama talk about him. I heard Daddy talk about him. But I know it now for myself. He's brought me through some stuff. Jesus got a problem because they woke him up. And when they woke him up, he got up and he says, why are you so scared? Why are you so upset? See, Jesus is really insulted because they are afraid and he's on board. Y'all missed it. You see, as long as Jesus is on board, you ought to be calm. Well, preacher, he was on board, but he was asleep. That's even more of a reason you ought to be calm. Come on here, somebody. If Jesus is nervous, I get nervous. If Jesus is upset, I'm going to be upset. But Jesus was so relaxed, he's sleeping. And if Jesus is sleeping, I know everything is alive. I don't have anything to worry about. The Lord is resting. Yes, the wind is blowing, but Jesus is asleep. The boat is wicked right, but Jesus is asleep. And if Jesus is sleeping, everything is all right. All I'm trying to tell you, his presence ought to bring you a certain amount of peace. I'm at peace because he's present. Somebody say, as long as Jesus goes with me, I'll go anywhere. As long as Jesus is present, I'm all right. As long as Jesus is there, I got calm. And Jesus, I got my medicine. If Jesus is present, I will fight a bear because Jesus is there. It's like the little scared boy who was scared to fight till his big brother came. And when his big brother came, he got all kind of boldness. Well, Jesus is my big brother. Y'all know the story? They woke him up. He stepped out and said, peace, be still. Oh my Lord. Well, I could preach that all day, but I got two more things to deal with. I got to let y'all go home. I see the next miracle that Jesus performs here is that when he gets to the other side, on the shore of Gennesaret, men. One passage account says it was one man. This account says it was two. They were in the tombs. They were demon possessed.
Yeah.
The other passage said that he came down and worshipped him.
Yeah.
Wish I had a witness here. I'm talking about pigs in proper places. Pigs in proper places that sometimes men come to worship, but they come with an imperfect condition. I wish I had a witness. And don't hate on the victim. Because the victim is the victim. Which I had. They came to worship, but they were possessed with demons. And Brother Jackson, a lot of folk come to worship, possessed with demons. So I was a young preacher, I just get all upset, brother, here when folk didn't say amen, and folk going to sleep, and folk going. But I found out a lot of folk come to church with demons. And the devil tries to use them to cause a disruption in the worship experience. We're going to have a witness here. But you got to learn. That's what she said. We wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities and spiritual weakness. In other words, you got to learn that you don't hate on demon-possessed folk, because it's not them, it's the demon inside of them. Crazy enough to let a demon come inside of you, he'll have you acting a fool also. You don't hate on the victim, they are victims. Don't get upset with them. Don't try to hate on them. You need to learn how to attack the demon. Do I have a witness here? Well, the Bible said Jesus didn't play around. You know, Jesus don't play around with them demons too much. Because first of all, he knows who he is. But more importantly, they know who he is. Ain't no yang and all. No. The Bible said, what you got to do with us? What you come here for? And then they're gonna talk about, you gonna tell us to go out of them if we got to go. Let us go into the pigs. Now I think I ought to pause right there. And Homer did the pig. JP came in the office and said he stopped eating pig. Some of y'all Muslims and y'all don't eat pigs. But I love pig. It's my best meals happened while I was sitting down with a pig. I cooked me some pork chops and I had them this week, Doc. Them pigs was tender as a mother's love. Man, that meat melt in your mouth. The one that every time I took a bite, I thought about Acts 10. When that sheep came down and he said, go slay and eat. That's another sermon.